Welcome back to Curse of Mantras.
You could stab me in the arm.
I got a hat.
Taste a glass of blood. Feel the rush flow through the heart. Tonight we'll live it up.
Whoop. And go somewhere. I am back to Ash's home. Some time has passed and I'm not sure if he'll care more or if I'll have any additional enthusiasm when it comes to remembering. Maybe he's wrapped up in a song or asked me to listen instead of going over a memory as planned. I chew my lip, then raise my hand to knock on the door once, twice. Ash opens and grins at me. Hello, hello. Hi Ash, how's your day? No different from yesterday. Despite his short answer, he treats me to a smile and welcomes me in. I don't notice anything out of place in his home as he leads me to our destination. At least he's focused today, that's one victory for me. The memory kicks up and we're dragged into a wood-panelled room where Ash is pacing and scratching at his arm. His fingers can't seem to stop moving as his boots clunk against the floor. He exhales unsteadily and checks his phone again. Just as he reaches for it, the door opens. Eliza, at least 6 years older, and looking almost more mature than Ash does at this point, comes in through the door. Compared to his all-black ensemble, she's a beacon of light and hope. He hugs her tightly and exhales into her dark hair. She rubs his back slowly as he seems to weigh down on her. Ash, what's going on? You've done this plenty of times before. I don't see why you're so worked up this time. I was worried you wouldn't make it. You've been at all my shows. You're my good luck. She snorts and shakes her head, pulling back. Her bright eyes squint as she smiles and holds his face in her hands. She gently kisses his cheek. To think you used to say I was the worst. Eliza hugs him again and Ash kisses the top of her head. I can feel the way her hug calms his stuttering heart enough for him to ride through the manic attack. Music is his love, not being on the stage or claiming the limelight. I was wrong, completely wrong. You're going to stay for the show, right? I'll be here, even with the X on my hand. Ash laughs and looks at the purple X marking her as enraged. He offers to wash it off, but she shakes her head and offers him his guitar. Just give me 1 minute, I need to run to the bathroom, I'll be back. Quick, quick, you have waiting fans, you don't want to disappoint them. You're the only one I'm worried about disappointing. With that, he heads out to the room. There must be a time glitch because next thing we know, Eliza is pushing the bathroom door open to find Ash snorting cocaine off the counter. Based on his face and the remnants he's left behind, he's done more than one line. Eliza stares at him, horror flashing in her eyes as she softens and walks to Ash. Eliza, you explain it to me when you're not high. Her voice is sharp, but she's working to heave him forwards towards the door and away from one remaining line of powder. But you have to understand, it's just courage right here. Easy to buy, and never go more than any is too much, and you know it. But you have a concert to do. Get out there and don't disappoint them like you have me. Ash stumbles out into the stage and smiles, waving at everyone before getting caught up in the music. Behind him, Eliza shakes her head. She swallows and forces a smile, looking twice as exhausted as when she arrived, even though she claps along to the music as the memory fades. Wow, the addicted musician cliché, I wouldn't have guessed. Ash snaps at me with a snarl across his lips, more alive and furious than I've ever seen him. You think I'm proud of this? I always had anxiety and never knew how to deal with it. You grab what works to get you through, even if it's terrible for you. Ash snorts, but he's so close. I can feel his fury like a threat. His fists curl at his sides as he shakes his head. I'm not going to defend my past actions to anyone. Screw you for judging me after insisting on this. Once we're in the main part of this house, I notice that Ash doesn't calm down into the easygoing rocker I've known. There's nothing whatsoever about him. I almost miss it right now. I clear my throat and scratch the back of my neck awkwardly. So that was intense. Ash nods and glances around his home like he doesn't recognise it, and then clutches his fingers into fists at his side. It's obvious he's worried about his sister and what she might have thought about what might have followed that Pacific memory. He swallows and shakes his head. Well, dude, you never said it would be easy. If you want to talk about it, it's not the time for that. I'll continue with this, but later. I agree and show myself out, leaving him to his thoughts. Bloop, bloop. Azera, isn't it? I give Azera some time to herself. She's always so strong. I just want to tell her that it's okay to break down sometimes. We all have our weak moments. But can you imagine her reaction, admitting to being weak? Never. I am playing the scene in my head and imagining Azera's annoyed voice. It is funny for a moment. I need some humour to get through this. They might not be my memories, but it's hard nonetheless. I don't know how much time passes before I go back to Azera's place. I softly knock 3 times and wait for an answer. There is silence. I become slightly worried, so knock again. There is still no answer. I take a deep breath and reach for the cool metal handle of the door to check if it is locked. My eyes widen when the door creaks open, revealing a sad scene. Azera has materialised the bathtub and is sitting on the corner of it with her legs inside the water, staring at nothing in particular. Once I get closer, I realise that her eyes look dull, almost empty. There's also the omnipresent coldness that keeps increasing moment by moment. There is no steam coming from the water in the bathtub. That leads me to conclude that she is soaking herself in cold water. That isn't really surprising to me. She's a personification of ice. For her, maybe this is normal. But I can't stop looking at the scene and feeling uncomfortable for her. Her slender legs and feet in that cold water. Wait, why am I thinking about this? I snap out my chance to speak to her. How are you feeling? Azera slightly jumps in surprise and looks at me. Her eyes don't look so empty anymore, even if they are red around the edges, showing that she's been crying beforehand. You can start the music box, I'm ready. She avoids my question. Are you sure? She nods and stands up inside the bathtub so she can face me. I don't dare ask her why she had been crying, since she gets angry so easily under normal circumstances. I can't even imagine what kind of wrath she'd display in a moment like this. I take a deep breath and pull out the music box. It seems heavier than before. Perhaps it's my anxiety making me feel like that. I really don't want Azera to hurt, or her to hurt me, but this is her past and she deserves to know what happened. I wouldn't even forgive myself if I stood in the way. Okay. After what feels like forever, I open the music box. The familiar light-hearted sound begins to play. The world around us disappears once more, replaced by a bright light that consumes everything. A few moments later it fades away and we find ourselves in the familiar snowy kingdom again. We're inside a room. This one is much bigger than the one before. There are wide windows to the side, covered by bright red capes that prevent all light from coming in. There is another window right above the king-size bed in the middle of the room that is slightly open in order to let fresh air in. This is the only source of light in this dark, cold room. Azera is the first one to move. She gets close to the bed and freezes in her tracks. I'm quick to follow her along. I find myself standing behind her, looking over her shoulder. There's someone lying on the bed covered in matching red blankets. I can't see the person's face, so I have no idea who it is. Instead of any human-like feature, there is nothing. It's a blank canvas, a shell of a person. They ripple in and out of existence, and each time they come back, they're surrounded by more darkness. I take a step closer towards Azera in order to look at her face. She's wearing her usual stoic expression, but I can see the way her lower lip trembles with emotion. She's trying to be strong. My mother died. My eyes widened in surprise. I look at the person on the bed. Azera is beginning to have more control over the vision. It causes some of the person's features to appear, and finally I can see the woman's face. She looks exactly like Azera. What happened to her? Azera looks upset at the question. She takes a deep step back and runs one of her hands over her face. Her brows are furrowed and I don't know. Her voice is weak and shaky. Why can't I remember? There was a sickness, but what was it? How did it come to be? I don't understand. The more she struggles with her memory and emotions, the darker vision becomes. It is distorting. This doesn't work. She suddenly snaps. I'm taken aback. I've never seen Azera use her temper quite like this. Here we go. This is where she kills me. This system, it's broken. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. Before I can reply, the vision changes. No longer about to be consumed by darkness in the cold room where her mother died. Now we find ourselves in a big hall inside the castle. There are white flowers all around. They are on the walls, the ground, and in people's hands. The innocent whiteness contrasts the wide crimson carpet, creating a path that goes through the entirety of the hall. A coffin rests at the end of it. All of the people present are nobles. They are wearing black. This is a queen's funeral. The day one queen died and another was born. Azira places one of her hands on her chest and looks to the ground, unable to bear the heartbreaking scene. She looks pained. I remember. Finally she speaks. I remember how hard it was for me to become queen after my mother's passing. I was still young. There was a man, I think. He was my regent. A man? Do you remember anything about him, his name, or the way he looked? Azira shakes her head. I remember that he was nice to me. She finally smiles. Good, I prefer when she's smiling. He raised me with other kids in the castle. We had fun together, so much fun. Azira's eyes begin to narrow. Exhaustion is threatening to overtake her. She looks tired, even as she's no longer in pain. The memory of the man brought her some comfort, but the mental stress of the vision is beginning to take its toll. We should head back. Azira looks at me surprised. No, I'm fine. We can keep going. I promise we'll be back later, but first you need to rest. You've already been through so much. Is this the only positive thing I remembered so far? And we want to stop it now? I bite the inside of my cheek. I don't want to disappoint her, nor do I want to be the source of her sadness, but this is for her own good. I'm sure she will understand once she clears her head. After all, I've started to care about her. Ooh. Without saying anything, I stopped the music box. We were brought back to reality, our reality. Sorry, that's not how it seemed. I swear this time I'm not doing it on purpose. You mean you accidentally closed the music box? I'm worried about you. You worried about me? Oh please. You might not believe it, but I am. It's awkward. I really am starting to care about her, now that her human side is showing. But I know she isn't buying that, so I quickly open my mouth to offer an explanation she's willing to believe. If you break down, I'll lose an important team member. I need you on my side. A good leader knows this. You more than anyone else should understand. That's true, yes. Don't worry, we'll see everything there is to see. You'll remember it all. Good. I promise I'll be back soon. She doesn't reply as I leave. Her gaze is fixed on the horizon. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's time to battle. It's time to battle, people. Save the game. Bloop. 6, 6, 6, 6. Water. Fire. Ash. There we go. Fire. 7. Fire. Fire. Woo. What the hell am I got Kraken for? Oh God. And turn. 45. My God. Come on. Sucks. Oop, oop. The hell? Nicking my monster. What? No. Fire. Fire. Rubbish. Bow, bow, ba-da, bow, bow. That's good. Yeah, finish. Yes. Jesus Christ. Oh, this sucks. Really vamping it up now. The hell? Look at my ass. Didn't come out. La la. Taking my cockatoos, man. Crappy card. This is better. saints on the cards. Yeah. Interesting. Woodman. I hate that. Fucking card. Yes. Oh yeah, the Princess of Love does absolutely nothing. I do nothing! This is like a healing card. No upgrades. Oh right, yeah. Bye-bye, you stupid mermaid card. Oh no. She's back again. Giant ant. That's it. Alright. Alright. The priestess is alive. It's gonna kick my ass again. No! Oh my god. Fishes! There we go, she's going for it. I need to update my cards. Let's have a look. Fire creature. There's nothing. What the hell? Seven. That sucks. That. Yeah, that's better. Woo. Oh, I love this. I was almost up already. God, I love this game. But I'm having difficulty with the cards. Yeah. Let's do this. Don't understand. Yes. I hate that mermaid card. Go fuck itself. And I think I'll end it there since we've only got 5 minutes to the hour. And I'll see you next time. Until then, have a lovely day, whatever you choose to do. Bye for now.